Excited to have back on the show former State Department official Christian Whiton. Christian, it's good to see you again. Don't be a stranger. Okay, this story. What do you make of this? The Associated Press stories. You know, the Associated Press stories are reprinted by the New York Times, the Washington Post, Politico. All the major media networks pick up the AP. But the AP has a style guide, instruction manuals telling reporters don't call Hamas terrorists, because the word terrorism and terrorists are politicized. Instead, call terrorists militants. What do you think?
You know, it sounds like just innocuous silliness, the kind you might find in the English department at a politically correct university, but it's really insidious. It goes across all of their reporting, and their reporting is very liberal. Their competition, the wire service Reuters, is pretty liberal too, but the AP takes it to a new level. And again, it's not just silly political correctness. Control of language is really control of the mind. When you and I, we don't just talk in English, we think in English. And when you do these things, when you warp the truth, and this is why Orwell wrote about this extensively, you're changing perception, people's perception of reality. You're engaging in political warfare. So this is the AP not playing reporter, but playing politician.
Terrorists purposely attack innocent civilians because they don't have standing armies to take on other armies. Militants have an ideology. It's a different connotation. Militants, it doesn't sound like a militant would attack or, kill infants or women or children. I mean, this guide, Christian, is affecting hundreds of newspapers and media outlets around the world, and dozens of countries, the U.S., the EU, classify Hamas as terrorists. They're terrorist organizations. I mean, Hamas has attacked civilians since 1993. It's been going on for years.
Right. And so you go back to what is the truth, and the purpose of language, which ought to be to clarify, to make things understandable, to convey the truth. And the truth is that these people are terrorists. They meet anyone's common definition of terrorism. This goes across what the AP does, too. You can't even call, people who live on the street and shoot up in public bums. You can't even call them homeless anymore. They're people experiencing homelessness. You can't call illegals illegals. They're undocumented, even though they can get all the documents they want from the country where they are a citizen, which isn't here. It's really just, this sort of new thing, this new wokeness being taken to a new level.
But, it is, to your point, insidious, because the Atlantic magazine reported 9 years ago that the Associated Press, they were in an office in the Gaza Strip, stationed next to the building Hamas was using to launch rockets into Israel. But the AP wasn't reporting on Hamas launching rockets attacking Israel, even though their own staff and nearby civilians were endangered. I mean, Atlantic is saying that they didn't do that. And this is the same AP that was basically, saying, don't call the border crisis a surge and, tamping down the social justice riots. You got 10 seconds.
It's also the same AP that often is relied upon to declare who wins and loses elections right here in the United States. Okay. And it influences so many articles from so many media outlets around the world.
Christian, good to see you. Tune in tomorrow.